Hey guys, it's Orpheus. Wanted to upload the full Lynel kill video. This is post commentary. You'll hear me a couple times throughout the video. First fight of the day. This is actually my second fight of the day. It was Sunday the 4th, and I had very bad internet, so I didn't stream this. We get the parry off immediately, which is good. He goes into a charge, we get that parry off too. That actually forces him to do a slam of some kind. I wanted to get behind him, but I went for the parry there. After a horn swipe, he should do another slam. And then after his second slam, he usually goes into one of his 3 charge moves, which we, again, get the parry off. If you parry a charge move, he seems to go pretty consistently into either a slam or a triple slam. And then after a slam or triple slam, he seems to always go into either the horn swipe or the spin. We should see that again here. If you parry, the order actually changes a little bit. You can see there he did slam, horn swipe, and then left. Let's see what he does here. So he does a triple slam. And then here he should do another slam. But that basic 3-part combo and exploiting it is going to be what more or less allows me to kill this Lynel. Since we didn't get a real parry off there, I think it's actually luck that he went into the slam. But now that he's doing this, he should do slam, horn swipe, slam. Which again, we're going to punish. He does into a tree there, that's fine. I probably could have got an extra punch there, but it didn't seem worth it. When he does this, sometimes you're able to punch twice. That was actually risky of me to go for that there. I probably shouldn't have. Because now I've lost control of the fight. Here he's really close to me, so 2 is fine. And hopefully we get him back into that slam, horn swipe, slam pattern. But we're gonna see that again and again throughout the video, and that's really the exploiting this is how I can kill him. If you're not insane and trying to punch the Lynel to death, there's definitely a few places I would recommend exploiting his openings beyond trying to punch the ground. Get a free punch in there. So like here, if you have a bow, you can pretty consistently shoot him in the face. You want to aim for his chin. You'll get an easy stun off and be able to mount him. You can get the flurry rush on here. I was confused on how to hit that for a long time, but you do need to be more or less in front of him, and you do need to be in melee range already. If you're too far to the sides or too far away, you won't get it. And then as his head is coming down, you'll be able to hit that flurry rush. Same with here. This window is actually super generous. It takes a bit of practice. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but it's not too hard to get. That was actually way closer than it needed to be. I don't know why I backed up there. Another thing that I think let me do this without getting a lot better is the strategy of wheeling around him. When you don't have to parry, you're not in the line of fire. And then I made a joke in the stream and the compilation video that, you know, if I'm gonna have to parry him 100 times, even if I hit, you know, 98% of those, 2 probably hit me, and that's bad. So the fewer times you have to hit that parry, the better, especially when you're doing, I think, 10 damage a punch. So wheeling around like this is why, or that's why I'm wheeling around like that. When he gets this spin, you can get 2 punches off pretty consistently. I chose not to for basically the latter half of these attempts, and that's just because it was getting me hit. Not constantly, but occasionally, and that's too often. But you can see I do go for a second one there. Like, yeah, look how far away he is when I get that flurry rush. That parry I'm probably more like 99% on. I've been doing it for half a decade now. I don't think it's any different between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And it's a really consistent setup to actually hit them in the head. Plus doing it does actually get him into that pattern. So there my shield breaks. That's the first major mistake of this fight, I think. You can tell what slam pattern he's doing because his legs will raise in different ways. So let's see that here. No, that's a horn swipe. So his hind legs go way off the ground when he's done. That's a spin. And the spin is what I'm most afraid of. It comes out pretty quickly relative to his other attacks. But I'm not getting flurry rushes here because I'm so far away. If you don't back up like I'm doing, you should be able to hit that flurry rush with basically that timing. I would love for him to do a single slam, but I don't remember when that happens next. If you're fighting one of these things fully equipped, you can get out of that spin and shoot him. You can also flurry rush it with some consistency, but I wouldn't recommend that. So he's below 50% health now because he's starting to use fireballs. My strategy for the fireballs was to not parry them. It's again timing I'm pretty consistent at. I probably hit 95% of them, but that means I miss 1 in every 20, and he's going to do way more than 20 throughout the rest of this fight, so we're just not going to mess with that. The other reason that I decided to run around was to reposition. So what I try to do... yeah, there's the flurry rush. So what I try to do with the fireballs is either get close to him or far away. and I'll explain why next time he does it. So that was a big slam. It's subtle, but he does rear up for slightly longer before doing one singular slam, and then his hind legs went off the ground immediately. And that's my visual cue for it's safe to punch him. Okay, so I put my shield away and I run. I check to make sure where I'm heading isn't blocked, and then I try to get close to him. I want to get close to him so that when he does something, it's not a charge that I have difficulty parrying. Specifically that charge. He can get you in a really awkward position, at least for me, where the timing is the same, but the visual cue is off just a little bit, and that got me hit quite a few times. I don't remember if in this video, or clip rather, if I decide to go far away from him and do the timing I'm used to, but yeah, here I went in and tried to get him to not charge me. Again, I backed off. I was expecting him to back off for a charge, so I have to go for the parry to not get hit there. Yeah, that timing difference is really subtle. I don't know if I could call it out in post-commentary. I got a feel for it during the fight, but again, I don't think I could actually verbalize it. So that was actually bad luck. I did not want him to do that. He followed up with the all sixes charge, so it's fine. But I would really rather prefer to... I would really rather parry that charge instead of him getting stuck on a tree. Again, he's doing more fire, so we're going to try to get close to him. But you'll notice that when he goes to charge away from me, he goes away from me first, instead of right at me. So that gives me the time to reset, finish my animation if I'm trying to punch him, and get ready to parry. Quit it with the fire! I can't punish that too far. The fire's annoying, but... Yeah, see, that time I was not far enough away, so when he charged me, I got lucky, actually, and he managed to just miss me entirely. But if he hadn't, then I definitely would have gotten hit there. My timing was just a little off. Here he's already pretty close to me. You'll notice the fire is actually also pretty close, and... Oh, we got stuck on a tree again. The fire, you do need to be reasonably far away from, so that you don't just get hit by it. If you're trying to learn how to fight these things for real, I would recommend just parrying the fireballs, but again, the strategy here is a little different just because of how much more time I need to spend in the fight. So we get our medium distance away and then try to close in. I don't think I'm close enough here. Yeah. But fortunately, he manages to run past me, so I'm able to kind of reset and get that parry. That's the worst case scenario, though, when he just goes straight into the swing part of the charge. I would really like it when he runs away like that first, before doing one of his charge attacks. And again, that's just because I have way more experience dealing with the attacks when they come out like that. We are a little more than 50 minutes into the fight now, so I think he's around 70% health. When he flurry rushes. When he charges like that, that's basically the only time I feel comfortable checking his health. I can kind of get a look at it here too, but I'm looking where he's going, where the fireballs are. Yeah, I wasn't quite close enough for that. But here I am focused entirely on the animation of his hands and his hind legs. And I am just not looking at that health bar. Same there. I'm looking at his hands to try to time that. We could technically squeeze in a second punch when he triple slams like that, but it's a little dicey. And it's, again, one of those numbers games where it's safe 90% of the time. It's bad. Bad parry. Ooh, and then I missed 2 in a row. So we're on rusty shields now. I broke both my wooden ones. Oh, right. But it's safe like 90% of the time to punch him twice when he does a triple slam. But I have difficulty discerning that 10% of the time still. And it's a numbers game. If I have to do it, 20 times, I probably get hit twice, and that's all of the mistakes I'm allowed to make. So I just don't do any double punishes during his triple slam. It's not worth it. Now that I've said that, I probably do one more during this fight, but in general, it wasn't something I wanted to do. That was actually really dangerous when he hit the tree and then charged me immediately. And then naturally he goes right into more fireballs, and I'm a little far away. Yeah, my distance there was bad, so I've lost control of the fight. But then looks like we reclaim it here. Okay, now we're back into the rhythm we want to be, where we do a parry, he slams, horn swipes and slams, and we hit him 4 times. And then after this slam, he will usually go into fireballs at this point. If we have him in this pattern where he... Well, there he horn swiped, but if we have him in this pattern where he does his slam, horn swipe, slam, he will usually do a couple things after the 3rd slam. He almost always will run away from you and then do one of his 3 charges. So that's the side swipe, the overhead slam, and the all 6s charge. They don't really have all 4s. But he also can spin, and the spin is unpredictable and uncommon, which is why I started avoiding it. I was really late on that. Because the animation was ending, I didn't get the flurry rush. Do I go for 2 there? I don't. So here I run away from him a little bit because, again, I want the right distance between me and him. That was dangerous. I should have been a little farther away. Goes right back into his fireballs because I didn't manage to parry. Parrying does seem to reset his AI so that you can get into that four-hit combo that you want to see. Here, I legitimately don't believe he's dead for like a good 2 seconds. Always whistle to pay respects. Always whistle to pay respects. Holy shit, my heart is pounding. It was pretty high. God. Yeah. I did it. Fuck you. That was all genuine laughter, and I really wish the chat could have been there to see me do it. I know there was one dude who stayed up pretty late to see me get that kill off. And then I thought this was funny. This is the whole hero's journey. And I wanted to review it so you guys could see how many times I actually died. I ended up cutting, like, half of them from the compilation video, I think. It's a lot. "21 deaths. I'm like genuinely shocked it took less than 2 dozen, to be perfectly honest. But that's the full kill video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support. And I will see you next time. Later.